Hi, my name's John Harrison and I'm a survivor of child abuse and I live in the UK. Today I really want to get across to as many survivors and their supporters as possible that there's still time to get your handprint in the child abuse monument in Canada. It's really very simple, so I'm just going to quickly run through how simple and how quick it is to actually do. First of all you need is an A4 piece of paper, a pen, colour, whatever your choice, and all you're going to do is you're going to draw an outline of your hand, and I'm just going to do it quickly now just to show you how quick it is for everyone to do. There's a lot of concentration, but that's just me. You probably won't have to. Right, a few seconds. I got pen marks, but it's worth it. And you should end up with something like this. Right, then what you do, you don't have to be a survivor of child abuse to actually do this. All you need to do is be a supporter. And then what you do is on your handprint, you can write a message, and that can be A, prevention of abuse, B, support for survivors, or C, storytelling and healing for yourself. I'm just going to quickly show you my handprint. But it doesn't have to be elaborate. Right, now I'm going to do something I've wanted to do for a long time, and here's one I prepared earlier, Blue Peter style. If I was to do one today, right at this moment, this is what I would do. And it says, if you can't see it, I'm not sure, join us. There is still time to have your handprint in the Reaching Out Child Abuse Monument in Canada. Please do. John, a survivor. And I think the good thing about this is all of these handprints will be placed inside the Reaching Out Child Abuse Monument in Canada. And for me, one of the things is its recognition of the subject, the monument at all, and also there's not often that a lot of people, just ordinary people, can feel so involved with such a thing. And to me, I really want to reach out to, especially to people that have not disclosed about their abuse and may never do so. And for me, I really think this might give you a little bit of a release, that if you're not going to tell anyone, at least something is coming from you about it. And I mean, on mine, as you was just shown, I actually done one, and I took my time, and one of my poems that is obviously easily recognizable because I write a lot of poetry that I share online, so everyone should know, if they know my poem, that handprint it is mine. But like I've done here, you could just put a survivor, you could put a supporter, you don't have to put your name. And then it's simply, then what you do is you take your handprint that, if you've done anonymously or in any way that you feel comfortable with, you've got to do it in a safe way. Then what you do is you send it to, and don't worry, because I'm going to give this address at the end of the video. I'm going to give it a couple of times. Okay, you send it to Reaching Out Child Abuse Monument, care of, and that will be at C/O, Dr. Michael C. Irving, 274 Rhodes Avenue, and that is RHODES, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, M4L 3A3. Don't worry, I'm going to show that address again. And then your handprint will simply be collected and put with all the other handprints to go inside the monument. And I keep saying, when I keep stressing this, there is still time. Now, I would like everyone that's possible to see this video or to hear of it from all the other places that you can hear of it, and to send your handprint in. And again, I'm going to stress, you don't just have to be a survivor of child abuse, you can be a supporter. And there are children that have sent handprints in, there are old people, young people, people from the UK like myself. I first heard of it from someone in Australia, and there are people in America, there are people all over, and you don't have to, you can be at any stage in your process. Either, as I've already said, you can be someone that hasn't disclosed their abuse to anyone, or you can be like me, who's quite reasonably well known because I do speak publicly about it, and we can all together as individuals share in it, and I think it's a really, really good thing, and I would really, really like you to consider doing it. And I'm especially reaching out to those people that have not disclosed about their abuse and may never get a chance to do so. This might be a chance of just being involved, but in a safe way and in an anonymous way. So I'm really reaching out to you. Think about it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be elaborate. Just do your handprint, your message. It could be as simple as end abuse, stop abuse, I was abused, anonymously with your name, whatever you feel comfortable with. Send it in, and you know, you can do something. You can feel, I really believe you can feel like you've done something. It might just help further down the line for you. So I think as well as my handprint, I sent in my book, because when I contacted Dr. Michael Irving through his website, which I'll give details at the end of this video, he said to me, as well as my handprint, I could send in my book. And I'm not doing this to go on about my book, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read you the poem that's on my handprint that's in the monument. And the other thing I think as well is that the monument, most of us will know of the silence around abuse, before, during, after, and I've wrote a few things about the silence, and the fact that the monument is physically here is testimony to all those that have been abused, those that are being abused, and those that sadly will be abused. And it's a very living thing, because it's not just a statue in stone. It has survivors who have been lucky enough to have their moulded prints on the outside of the monument, and also all of us, hundreds, I don't know how many there are, that are going to be lucky enough to have their handprints at the moment keep going inside the monument. And so it represents all young people and people that have been abused, people that haven't been abused, like I said, worldwide. And to me, it just makes that a little bit more special, because it's almost like it's a living, you know, it's not just in memory of those that have passed away. It's in celebration of those that have survived and those that have achieved in some form of healing. I'm a long way short of healing, although I do a lot of things that people may think that I'm healed. I'm not. And I like to reflect that, not to drag people down, but to be one or two of you out there. Maybe you're in a dark place at the moment where you've got your curtains all drawn and you're not going out. Actually, today is the first time I've opened my curtains for a couple of days. I've gone through a bad spell. I'm still there, and I really want to reach out to you. Please consider safely just sending this handprint, doing a quick handprint, a quick little message, and just sending it in. It's just a one-off. Send it in, it'll get placed in, and that's that. Right, I'm going to read you the poem that I put on my handprint. It's called Our Silence. We speak, but you refuse to hear. We speak, but you won't believe. We speak, but you won't understand. A silence that drowns out words. a silence that drowns out a cry. I try not to hate you, but pity you. The silence you shame is yours, not ours, because there isn't really a silence, is there? It's what you create that we learn to hate, but it's all around because it's in us. It pops up when you don't want it to, because the silence doesn't make up for the fact that we know, and you know that we do. Even though you're more silent than us, I'm afraid like ours, your silence speaks volumes. Believe it or not, we're in the same boat, but one of us was wronged, the other did wrong. Our silence is because we were wronged, but yours is because you are wrong. Thank you.